Hey, it's Lorraine Pearson with the Return to Rural Project. Return to Rural is an initiative based out of Alberta's special areas, encouraging young people to move here or move back, start families, and start businesses. So today we are in the home of Laci Suitor, and I'm going to turn it around to Laci. And if at any point during our interview you have a question, please feel free to write it down, and I'll see it below and I'll ask Laci. So here we go. Say hello, Laci.
Hi.
So today we're sitting here in your kitchen, and we're going to talk a little bit about your return to rural. So you kind of grew up in the area, right?
Yep, I sure have.
Yeah.
Moved back home.
You moved back home. You grew up going to Cessford School.
Yes.
Cessford School. So you went K to 12 there.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry there. You grew up around the area, and what did you always think that you wanted to be when you grew up?
Oh gosh, it's kind of funny because when I was a little kid, I always thought that I wanted to be a secretary, like Wanda Finkbeiner, because I always thought that was the coolest job ever. But times changed, I guess, and once I got into like junior high school, then I wanted to pursue some sort of career in the dental industry or healthcare industry.
So do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we moved to Calgary, and I went to school at KDM Dental College in downtown Calgary, and that was quite an adjustment coming from a very rural area and then moving to the big city, riding the C train every day downtown to go to school, living right next door to your neighbor. And I can't say I loved it. The convenience of everything being right outside your door was awesome, but I didn't love the lifestyle. But I went to school there, got my degree basically in dental assisting, and then returned back here and was working as a dental assistant in Brooks.
Awesome. And so then that was a couple of years ago. And can you tell us about what you love to do?
So my passion and what I love to do is barrel racing. So that's something I've done since I was a little kid, and that's what my dreams and goals and passions and what I've always strived and worked towards. And so everything I've always done in my life has been kind of a means to be able to do that. So I can't say I was passionate about dental assisting, but it was something that did allow me the money to be able to pursue that. So, but I didn't have the time. And so that's kind of the what I was confronted with at that point in my life was, I love barrel racing. That's what I really want to do. But how can I make this work that I both have the time and the money to be able to do that?
Which then you stumbled upon an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, doing Arbonne, which is a network marketing company. It's health and wellness products. It was something I never in a million years see myself doing. Sorry, we're in my home. That's the laundry, and my dog is being noisy. So
well, that's the reality of operating a home-based business, right? You get to be here, and you get to be here with your in your home with your puppies. So
yeah, when you don't have kids, you have dogs. Gosh. Anyways, so anyhow. So I didn't think I would see myself ever doing something like this. I thought, I am not a salesperson. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want my friends feeling obligated to buy from me. I kind of looked at these sorts of things and thought, nobody makes money at them. It's just for stay-at-home moms that are bored and have nothing else to do. And I really didn't take them seriously. I thought it was not like a real business, I guess, the best way to put it. And so the turning point for me was when my friend Amanda Crow, she actually asked me one question, and this was the turning point. She said, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And that's what really stopped me in my tracks, because like I said, I was dental assisting full-time. I was living in town at that time, staying at my Auntie Peggy's house. She's blind, and so I was helping her with things around the house and working full-time, and no time to ride my horses, which is essentially what I want to do, right? And so I thought, gosh, 5 years down the road, if I keep doing this, I'm going to be in the same exact spot. I'm not going to be any further ahead financially. I'm not going to have anything to any sort of savings. I thought, if and when we decide to have kids, if that ever does happen, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I've always kind of valued that lifestyle. Like, again, the rural, kind of that rural lifestyle of having both parents home, I think to me is something that I really value, and I knew that wouldn't be possible with working the job that I was working. So that's when I thought, okay, maybe I should take a closer look at this Arbonne thing. And I was still very skeptical, but I went on a phone call with my friend Amanda, and I learned that it is a really viable business option. And that you didn't have to be a pushy salesperson, and all the things that I was so concerned about. And at the end of the day, I don't feel bad sharing these products with people because I know they're healthier and safer to use. And it's not really the products that I'm in love with so much as I'm in love with the business, because I love the lifestyle that this business allows me. So since pursuing this,
which was how long ago?
March of 2014.
Okay.
So it'll be 3 years in March, I guess. And so since doing this, I've been able to quit my dental assisting job, move back home, so I wasn't living in Brooks anymore, ride my horses every day, which is what I wanted to be doing. And I'm allowed the flexibility of both time and money freedom to rodeo and barrel race and train colts and pursue my dreams that way. So
cool.
Yeah.
And also, Laci, before I say this,
sorry.
You're good. If anybody has any questions or comments, be sure to type them in below and I can ask Laci any of your questions, or go ahead and show us some love. Like that button down below. And you're also quite humble. So a couple years ago, or even last year, you were surprised. You went down, I believe, was it Vegas? And you, for all you knew that you were going to, was this Arbonne event. And you were surprised to find out that it was.
Yeah, so it's actually called our Global Training Conference with Arbonne, and it was the first one that I had ever attended. And I got an email before I went, and it was like, oh, you're gonna walk the stage for this whatever Parade of Champions. And I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever that is, I don't know. So go there, and it's like this huge conference with thousands and thousands of Arbonne consultants from all around the world, because Arbonne's a global company. And go to walk the stage, and they bring out like the top 10 in this Parade of Champions. And I remember talking to the girl that was in line with me, and I'm like, so like, what is this for? Like, what is the Parade of Champions? And she looked at me like, what, you don't know like what this is? And so I had no clue, but she's like, it's basically like the top people in the company for sponsoring and like growth essentially, and whatever. And so we go on stage, and it's the top 10, and it's consultants from all over the world. So there's like 4 or 5 from the US. There was Australian consultants, just kind of from everywhere. And I thought, oh, you know, maybe I'll be like 9th or 8th or something. And then they got down to the top 5, and I was in the top 5 in the Parade of Champions, which apparently was a big deal.
That is a big deal.
So,
exciting.
Yeah, it was really exciting, and they it was kind of cool because they like gave the top everybody in the top 10 Tiffany's rings. So I'd never heard of Tiffany. I was like, oh, a little blue box, like what's that, what's the hype? Like I was not like materialistic about that kind of stuff, but now I know what Tiffany and Co is, and I got this beautiful ring. And they had actually like went on like everybody's Facebook profiles and researched kind of who they were and what type of person they were, and then picked a ring that like suited their personality. And so to me, that's really cool. Like that's something I love about this business too, is the recognition and appreciation you get. Like I never really felt that before in any of my previous jobs. It was more just a means to an end. I never really felt appreciated or recognized or like gifted. Like the gifts I've gotten in this business is, I mean, for me, it's not all about the gifts, but it's definitely a nice little touch.
Exactly. So, okay, for somebody who's watching and they're like, you talk about Arbonne, what is Arbonne?
So Arbonne is a health and wellness company. So they carry kind of a little bit of everything. So they have products ranging from skincare to makeup to nutritional products, men's products, baby products. There's literally something for everybody.
Right.
And they're all botanically based. So they're plant-based products. So Arbonne's motto for 36 years has been pure, safe, and beneficial.
Awesome. So we have a couple of things over here. I just want to take a look. So there's some of her basket. And where can people contact you about this? Or where can they, if they wanted to order products?
So I have my own personal website with Arbonne. So it's www.lacisuitor.arbonne.ca. Or people can get in touch with me personally through Facebook Messenger or through my phone number or through email. My email is laci.suitor.arbonne@gmail.com.
Awesome. So we talked about Arbonne, and we're going to shift a little bit now. So Colby couldn't be here with us today because he's doing what he loves, and that would be hunting. And can you touch a little bit on what his business is?
Yeah, so Colby has his own business too. He has his own outfitting business. It's actually based in northern Saskatchewan, and the name of his company is Bear Pro Safaris. So he does spring bear hunts for the majority, and then he also does moose hunts in the fall, and he does wolf and coyote hunts over the winter as well. So
awesome. So there's a bit on Colby, and can you tell us a bit about what your favorite thing of having returned home is? So return to rural.
My horses. Being able to ride and to be able to do what I want to do every day, and to be able to help my family on the ranch. Like, you know, when I was working before, I'd have to miss things. Like if our weaning was on a weekday or whatever, I'd have to go to work, right? Mm-hmm. Or you know, being able to have a sick day and be at home and not have to worry about driving, you know, an hour to town every day to go to work, or that 2-hour round trip, or driving on the scary winter roads. And mm-hmm. I love the lifestyle of being in the middle of nowhere. Like, we live very rural. Our closest mm-hmm. neighbor is 6 miles away. Mm-hmm. So I love that. Like, I love being around people, and I'm social, but I like my alone time too. So that's probably my favorite part about returning to rural. But the biggest thing is my horses.
Cool.
Yeah.
And final words, if anybody, last chance to ask a question if you have one. Do you have any tips for someone wanting to start a business rural?
I think you got to find something that you really believe in is the first thing. So whatever business you're looking at, you've really got to believe in it. Like, I know that if I didn't believe in the Arbonne products, there's no way I could have done so well, because I truly believe in the philosophy and the ingredient policy and all that kind of stuff. And you also have to pick something that you're passionate about. So I think something that you're actually interested in. I think it's important that you find out whatever business you're getting into, what their what their reputation or what the culture of that business is. So mm-hmm. I love the culture of Arbonne. It's all like-minded people, and mm-hmm. there's a lot of personal growth and development that goes on, mm-hmm. and that was really important to me. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is just picking something that gives you what you want in your life and that makes you happy ultimately in the long run.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Laci. Anything else that you want to say to our viewers before we sign off?
Return to rural?
I like it. All right. Well, thanks, Laci, so much for telling us about you and your business, and Colby and his business, and spending this time with us today. I'm going to turn it back around.
So tune in with us again on this Monday. We have double headers in the Oyen area. So to find out who those people are, we have 4:30 and 5 o'clock. Tune in then, and we'll see you there.